Thank you, Madam Chairman. They gave me a cheat sheet for your names because I'm too old and I can't read everybody's name down there. Thank you very much for convening this, the subcommittee hearing. Obviously, this is a bipartisan issue. We want people to have access to what is a tremendous right that we're given here in the United States to vote, and we want to make sure that they're safe and secure. I was just reading, I was not aware of what happened in Pennsylvania, so thankfully nobody was injured. I would like to go just a little bit quick off script to ask Mr. Palmer rather, about what's the deal going on with Maryland. My understanding is they sent out 500 wrong mail-in ballots. Oops.
Well, I mean, I saw some of the conversation about that, sir, and I would say that, you know, it's a mistake. It just cannot happen. That type of mistake cannot happen.
500,000.
It's a lot, sir, and it's a very, it's a huge mistake. I know the people that, you know, and then obviously you can point at the vendor and say, well, the vendor made them a mistake, but the buck stops with the election officials.
That's exactly right.
And I'm, you know, I have sympathy for them. I've been in a position where one mistake can have an impact on an election, but it's that type of thing that hurts confidence. And so I have hope that continued training and professional training will, you know, sort of.
Well, this is where, again, this committee in Congress, it's better, you know, one way or the other, is supposed to provide oversight. And their response is, well, we'll send another 500,000 out. What could go wrong there? No, it just shows that there are problems with our election system, and it's okay for us to question it. It's okay for us to do due diligence on these type of things. So that just amazed me. I've known some patients of mine who've come in and said they got mail-in ballots, and they've got them for people that lived in their residence 3 and 4 years or 5 times before. So there are obviously problems that go on with this. I want to talk a little bit about cybersecurity. We live in a world, a digital world, where now there's AI, there's quantum physics that are pushing out insane amount of data and really jeopardizing our systems. We live in a dangerous time. There are enemies that want to destabilize, divide us at home. We've seen this in so many different instances. So, Commissioner Hovland, I just want to ask about the EAC. How does it work to stay informed of the constantly evolving cyber threats? What does it do to not only figure these out, but also to communicate to, you know, state, local levels to make sure that people know what's going on?
Thank you for the question. You know, it is a real challenge. Often one of the biggest challenges when you talk about the scope and scale of 8,000 plus jurisdictions across the country is communicating to that last mile. One of the ways that we've been doing that, we communicate a number of things, but really so much on cybersecurity is about the basics. You know, even when we look at threats from artificial intelligence and AI, so much of the prevention comes down to being good at the basics. And so that's why we address that with both resources that we provide, various, you know, training guides, et cetera, but also pieces of our learning lab. Some of the trainings in that platform walk through best practices. And again,
you guys communicate state and local as literally as currently? How often do you guys do that? What is your relationship with those folks?
We have regular contact with election officials all across the country in a number of ways.
What does regular contact mean?
Every day. Okay. You know, again, it depends, but we have a monthly newsletter dedicated to election officials. We have a platform to communicate with election officials. Our board meetings that I mentioned earlier have state and local officials from every state and territory in the country. And so through those processes, we get very widespread feedback, small jurisdictions, large jurisdictions, state officials, local officials, and that really helps inform our work and makes it better.
Okay, great. Mr. Hicks, just one question, because I never understand I don't know what the answer to this is when people say pay their fair share. I've never had an idea when, you know, taxation, this, that, and the other stuff. How much is, in your opinion, should the federal government be paying versus what should the state be paying as far as elections? What is the fair share number?
That's a hard question to answer, Congressman.
Well, you're the one that brought it up.
But I agree. But I would say that elections overall cost close to $6 billion per election cycle. I think adding 2 years ago for the Congress to appropriate $15 million is not enough. So if I had my drudgers, I would say the federal government should pay 100% of federal elections. But that's not for me to decide. That's a member, that's for Congress to decide. So fair share, I think, is a significant amount.
Okay, all right. Thank you, Madam Chairman. I'll yield back.